Welcome to Relufe Conversation Podcast. I am your host, Prince Ayo Akinsanya. On this podcast, we'll be documenting, talking to different people from all walks of life, having random conversations, and everything in between. Sit back, enjoy, and thank you for listening. Welcome to Relufe Conversation Podcast. I'm your host, Prince Ayo Akinsanya. On today's episode, we are going to be discussing being a business owner in Nigeria, and I have a special guest with me today. And now I will let my guest introduce herself. And my guest is
Gbemisola Akimoku, CEO Gbemi's Hair Plus.
All right, Miss Gbemi, thanks for coming. Could you, being a business owner, could you first of all share some of your story? How did you start? What was your background like before being a business owner?
I would say I didn't just stumble into business, but if I want to calculate right now, I'll be going like 10 years into the business, because I started just after my master's at when I came back from the United Kingdom. So that was 2010, thereabout, 2010, 2011. And it's been it's been a roller coaster, okay, I must say, because my business is heavily dependent on dollar. So I have the struggle of having to source dollar at a very cheap rate, because if I get dollar expensive, it affects the products that I buy, and that means it's gonna get expensive. So because I don't want it to be too expensive, I always look for ways to be able to get the dollar at a more affordable rate.
So walk me through this. So you finished your master's in the UK.
Yeah.
Then you came back to Nigeria. Why? You could have started any other business, right? Why hair business?
I would say I have a passion for, or I just love everything about the business.
Okay. I
love hair, like personally. So, and since it's something I like, I decided to build my business around it. So, and I think that's why I'm still in business, because it's something that's I really like. Because if I don't have that, should I say passion or something, maybe I would have just abandoned the business.
So at what exact? So this passion, did this start when you were growing up, or you picked it up in college or university, and you were like, you know what, this is a good. What convinced you? At what point did you know that this is a business you were going to go into?
Funny enough, I would say I decided to go into this business when I was doing my master's.
Okay, in the UK.
In the UK.
Okay.
I think I was also lucky to get a very good supplier.
Okay.
And that is also very important for this kind of business that I'm doing, because if your hair quality is not good, you're not going to be able to have the kind of customer base that you'd want, because once people are complaining about the hairs they buy from you, before you know it, they will move to somebody else, and the market is quite saturated.
Yeah,
so you can't afford to sell bad hair,
substandard,
and you can't afford to now be complacent, because there are so many other people that so many choices like that customers can choose from.
So when you started, I'm a man, sorry, we don't know much about hair. We can't even tell. Sometimes we can't tell which one is real hair. We shall say. I've gotten in trouble sometimes. I say, oh, your hair is nice. It's sorry. So when you started, what was that like? Did you start with small? Did you start with one hair, or did you start big? Like how How big? How was your small beginning? I guess.
Okay. I would say I started small, and when I started, uh, yeah, I started small, and then when I started, the dollar rate was still very, very, very good
I bet you
because
was what
you have
120,
it was
150.
about 150
Yeah.
thereabout. So you have more money to do business. But now because the dollar rate
Six
is
something.
something else,
Yeah.
you have less money to do
To
business.
do
You
business.
have 5 million naira now, and it's like you have 2 million naira
True.
because
True. True.
you buy the whole market. It's here, and you just be wondering, is this what I use 5 million
5 million
naira
today.
to buy? So the value, I won't say, should I say the value? The
The
is
size, the quantity wise
Yes,
has reduced.
it's very discouraging. But I think it's just the positive side to it that is still pushing me and making me to go ahead. But like back to the question, I started small, gradually, and as my customer base
Grow.
grew, I increased up until now that I am able to get a shop. I got my shop like sometime last year in June.
So you have
Yeah.
you sell online, you also have a
Yes, I
physical
do
store.
both.
Okay.
Yes.
So where's your physical store located?
Allen Keja.
So okay, Allen and Keja. So now I mean clearly your customer base has grown. Would you say what's the percentage? Where do you sell more? You're still selling more online or in person in store, or is 50-50? What would you say?
I think it's mostly person to person.
Okay.
I do online as well, but most people are kind of should I say skeptical
Yeah, they want to
of
see what
online.
they
Yes,
okay,
so
okay.
even when they chat you up online, they will still want you to meet up in person
Okay.
just to be sure that they are not speaking to like, or they're not dealing with a scammer or something. And I don't really blame them. People have been,
Of course. People have
yeah,
had bad experiences.
yeah.
So for that, how did you grow your customer base? I mean, word of mouth, how did you eventually grow it to have, I'm guessing, satisfying customer and possibly returning customers?
Yeah, I think I'll say I have more of referrals,
Okay.
and because of the kind of quality of hair I sell, my hair also sells for me.
Okay.
Because people that have bought my hair and probably they wear it, and it's one thing for you to buy a hair and then wear it, like take care of it and wear it properly. It's when you wear it properly and take care of the hair that people will see it and like, no, I like that hair. The hair looks nice, and they want to ask, like, okay, where did you
Where did
buy
you
it?
get it from?
But we also have those customers that they will buy expensive hair, and by the time you meet them or you see the hair on their head, you're wondering, what?
Yeah, which one?
Like, why? Some people don't know how to take care of their
Okay.
hair, but they want to wear good hair. So that's another challenge to it, educating customers to be able to take care of their hair, because the hair cannot be the way you bought it. It's how you maintain it that is going to be for you.
So do you offer, apart from selling, do you also offer like maintenance?
Yes, I do. I
Okay.
do hair laundry.
Okay.
I do hair coloring as well for on demand.
Okay, on
On
demand.
demand, not like I do just. Although I have some wigs as well that I sell that is probably colored already from the factory.
Okay.
So most times, but if you maybe you want the particular color and I don't have it, we also do that on demand.
Okay. Have you ever had to deal with that popular thing we see online, what I ordered versus what I got?
No,
Has that ever happened to you?
no,
Okay, so people that buy your stuff is as displayed and they are getting the quality as
exactly.
advertised.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, as a business owner, I mean, again, operating in Lagos, I'm sure you pay millions for your storefront and stuff. What are some of other challenges you go through? And as a woman in business in Lagos, I can in Nigeria, but in Lagos, I can imagine. What are some of the challenges you face or you faced?
Okay, like I mentioned earlier, the major challenge for me in this business is the dollar, because the business I do, it involves exchange rates because we don't produce it here. It's produced abroad, and I need the dollar. They won't collect my naira from me, so they want the dollar, and I need to give them complete money. They don't do
you pay 50%, pay upon
installment.
Complete. Okay.
When your money is complete, you get your goods. And like I said before, I don't have enough money to do business because the exchange rate is extremely high, ridiculously high. And aside that, NEPA issues, don't have constant lights. The money I pay for service charge is crazy. For diesel, and diesel went up recently. From 3 something to now 600 and something. So just imagine. And what's it called? You find out that most customers, they're not coming to the store, because aside from my place is like a salon. Aside from the selling of the hair, we also do salon services.
Okay.
Pedicure, nails, hairstyling, relaxing.
Okay.
But these days, most people don't come like before, because everybody, I won't say everybody, but most girls now have one wig or the other. So you see that they are wearing wigs for a longer period than that was not the case before wigs came into existence. So that's another issue that we are having. And what else? Then issues with workers. So most times these days they don't want to work. Like, they're looking for the fast way to get money. You see, under like 6 months, I think I've employed like 4 or 5 people.
Different.
Wow. Yeah, they will do 1 month or 2 months and say, I want to go somewhere or something, and that's it. Wow. They're not coming again. And you see them on TikTok, you see them on WhatsApp, doing all sorts of.
I want to become an influencer.
Influencing. Apart from influencing is okay. If it's influencing, at least they are doing something positive. Hookups and the rest, especially for girls, So a lot of challenges.
So the dollar scarcity, or the surge in price of dollar, as that, I want to believe that also affect your pricing, because the more it goes up, it's harder for you to source anywhere. You have to also increase price.
Yes, and when prices go up, customers
they withdraw
because generally the economy is crazy. Like, excuse my word, but
there's even no economy.
There's no other way I can describe it. It's hard. It's hard out there. So you see that there's very little purchasing power, and once the hair has gone up, they'll rather just continue to manage, even if they really like it, but they can't probably afford it. Or even if they will buy, they will tell you they want to pay like 5 times.
And do you accept that?
No, but I have instrumental payment plans. Okay. At least we allow like 3 different installments.
Okay.
We also have this initiative of hair savings. For example, if you have a particular hair you want to buy, and the hair costs about 250k, you can.
Sorry, 250k.
About 250k. Yeah.
Hey, Chimo. Okay.
Yeah, so you can say, okay, maybe every month you'll be depositing 50K
Okay.
in the hair bank till it's complete.
Okay.
Once it's complete, then dispatch your hair for you. So that's another way girls are making purchases, just to make things easy for everyone. You know, not everybody can pay 250K outright.
So if 250 is, I'm sorry, sorry, a 250K hair, what's the duration of that? How long is that gonna last?
That's like I said earlier. This hair is just like our natural hair.
Okay.
You need to maintain the hair.
Okay.
It needs maintenance. It needs to be washed when it needs to be washed. It needs to be styled when it needs to be styled. As long as you're taking good care of the hair will last you. We have hairs that can last as long as 10 years with with good care.
Interesting.
It's 100% human hair.
Oh,
so it's not all this fiber or synthetic that after 2 weeks.
Give me a crash course as a man, and I'm sure a lot of men are also watching or listening. How can we? Which one is synthetic? I'm sorry, I'm laughing. Which one is synthetic? Which one is human hair? Okay. Is there a way? A JJC, somebody like us, me. Okay. Is there a way you can tell watching? I want 115 no, wow, right? Yeah. Is there a way you can tell, like? Yeah. Is it even possible?
Of course.
Really?
Of course. 100% human hair. Number one, if you light a match, like put fire to it, it burns.
Wow.
Yeah, it will burn. It will burn like proper burn. Just the way, like if you go for maybe somebody dies and they burn the hair, it will burn.
Smell like that.
It will smell.
Oh.
And even when you're not burning it, if you put your nose to the hair, it smells like real hair. But all this synthetic hair is easy to know. They are not soft. They are not silky. Then if you try to burn it, it will like rubber. Oh. It will cling up like it doesn't burn. It will just. I don't know if you have tried to burn. I don't know, maybe plastic or something.
Nylon,
the way nylon, the way it will
change. Yeah. That means no shade though. That means a lot of those cheap hair. Tomani 2-3 colors here. Yeah.
No. There's some human hair too.
Like that too?
Color, yes.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Now this hair business, like when you started, you talked about saturation, how common almost everybody now sells it. Is there what's the margin? Is it a good profit margin on it? Is that why everybody is doing it, or is it everybody is doing it? Sure, let me do it.
Hair business. If you have a good number of customers, loyal customers, not the one that will buy here today, buy tomorrow from this one, buy from that one, like steady returning customers. It's a very good business. It's very profitable. Aside the challenges here and there, it's quite profitable, and I think that's why you see that a lot of girls want. And it's another thing is it's what's the word now? It's expensive business. That is, it involves high capital. If you don't have good money, you can't do hair business. Just forget about it. Because you have to have good money. Number one, you are going to change money to naira to dollar. So it requires a huge capital, unlike other businesses that you can start with 100K and 50K. Hair business, you are talking of millions. If you don't have minimum, maybe you just want to start and you don't have much money, at least you have minimum 2 million naira. Minimum.
How many would
That's million naira.
Real hair now. Good quality. How many is that?
If you're going to add closures, because if you buy bundles, you have to buy closures as well, or frontal. Frontal alone now is a no-go area. One frontal can set you back about 150K. That's just for frontal. This thing, this one this is, in front of my head, and that they've not added the bundles, just the frontal, and depends on the length, because we use length per length. Determines
16, 14.
Yeah, determines the price.
Now, knowing what you know now, is there anything you would have done differently? I mean, 11 years in the game or 12 years in the game. Is there anything you would have done differently if you had knowing what you know now?
Well, maybe a few things. Because another issue right now with online business, you see a lot of people getting influencers. So most times you need an influencer, you pay the person to kind of push your brand. And influencers too, by the time you calculate the money, it's crazy.
It's a lot.
One influencer can be telling you for 3 months, 1 million naira. Am I making 1 million naira in 1 month? So that's the question. You want to collect 1 million naira from me for 3 months. Have you even found out whether I'm making
3 minutes
1 million naira in a month? You know, and so that's why you see the competition is high, is hard. You know. So most people that you see that are really, really up there, they I would say they more or less use influencers, and so the influencers too are
helping them
to drive the business, but not everybody can afford to get influencer.
Then with that, what strategies then are you using in the absence of influencers to keep selling? And clearly you must be doing something, right? To be in business for this long. Like, what's your strategy?
I sell my business myself. I always make sure that I wear my hair. I do videos myself. I advertise myself. Wearing my hair. So that has helped me to some extent, even though because they feel that I'm not a celebrity, so some people will just waka pass, and some will actually, that actually come forward. So I depend on that. I also depend on the referrals, like I said earlier, and the quality of the hair I sell. I believe if you sell good hair, it will sell for you.
Okay. For newcomers in the game, if you were, who, of course, I'm sure a lot of people listening and watching would, they will check you out. A lot of people also wants to do this. What advice would you give a newcomer?
I don't advise. I won't advise anybody to go into hair business now.
Why?
Like I said, it's highly...
But they see you now. They see your picture. Say, this woman fine. Look at her hair. I want to be packaged like her too.
If they want to buy, fine. But going into the business like proper, well, I won't advise, because of the present... Because
of the economic situation.
Yes, because I think it's better to look for something that is less capital intensive.
Okay.
And that will give you returns on
your
investment on time. Because another thing about this hair business, you have to be patient. The fact that you spent 5 million naira buying hair doesn't mean you will sell those hairs within 6 months. I have hairs that I bought 2 years ago. Yeah.
So you even feel borrow money.
So it's not money. You cannot say you want to borrow money from bank and do hair business.
Because clearly you have to be paying.
Yeah, clearly you have to pay it back.
Okay.
So it's advisable to just look good, rock good hair if you have the money. But if you have the money to do the business, fine. But you don't go and borrow money and say you want to do hair business. Don't do a job and say you want to do hair business. But if you know you can raise the money on your own, and you are able to sell, because apart from even using influencers, you have to be able to sell your market. You have to be able to be you can't be shy, you can't be timid, or you have to be able to let people know that, okay, this is what I do.
And you must also have good customer service.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes.
Not the one character. Not the one people, I hope you don't do it. The what? Inbox for DM for price. Inbox for inbox for pricing. Why is that though? Why can't businesses, and this cut across Nigeria vendors anyway, right? Why can't you people list your price? Why must we DM to find out it's 120k so that you want to prepare somebody? No. Maybe if somebody is looking, I should be able to afford it. But why not list the prices though?
Okay, majorly because of the instability in the dollar rate. Because imagine last week you bought dollar at 580. This week you are buying at 610. Obviously, as the dollar is going up, your prices too has to change. So imagine I posted something last week on my page. Let's say the hair, I bought it at I'm selling it at maybe 120, and this week it has changed. Will I now be changing every
day? Yes. You will go and edit and times 10 times the new product. Why can't that happen?
Nah. It's gonna look like you. Not everybody will understand from that aspect. They'll feel maybe you are not, or should I? What's the word now? Like
you are not honest.
You're not honest.
You are dubious.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I think it's better you just if you want to know the price, just message me and I'll let you know the price. I think it's better that way.
I mean, with this explanation, I understand, but it can't then be for all products.
Well,
there has to be some product that must be standard.
Yeah.
The ones perhaps you are not like yours now is I don't know.
Unstable. It's quite unstable.
Not all products are unstable, I believe, right? So, but for the question and your reasoning and your product, it makes sense. But I just find it strange that almost even the ones that don't source dollars.
Everybody, I think you still see a couple of people that put prices on their stuff. I think it's majorly the hair.
Okay.
We hair people that you know.
Now, we've talked about saturation of the business. There's a lot of people there. What sets BMC Plus as apart from everybody, from the competition?
I already said this before. The quality of the hair I sell, and the way I take my customers, I make sure that I follow them up. I get feedback, and I attend to their every request. Even sometimes you see some customers maybe because all customers cannot be the same. Some people, you can get some kind of troublesome customers, but you just have to try your best to satisfy all your customers, no matter how troublesome they are. Everybody has one thing or the other that ticks them. So it's just for you to find out what this person likes, what the person doesn't like, and so I think relationship, hair quality, then the fact that they know that I am honest, I give them exactly what they want. Integrity.
They got what they ordered plus what they got is the same. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for speaking with us, and for everybody listening and watching. Where can they find you? The business, sell your market.
My handle is at Hair by Gbemi on Instagram, and our store is located at 29B Afolabi Aina Street, Allen Ikeja, Lagos.
Is there a phone number for?
Official line is 08029543896. Can get us on WhatsApp as well. We will always attend to you promptly and fast delivery, worldwide shipping.
Worldwide shipping.
Yeah.
Worldwide?
Worldwide
really?
shipping, yeah.
Does shipping carry additional cost? Yeah?
That's international shipping, yes.
But
course.
Within the country?
Within the country, it depends, or if it's outside Lagos. Well, just little differences.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help us sell our market, help us buy market. Thank you so much for listening to today's episodes. For wherever you are listening to us from, kindly follow. And if you are watching us on YouTube, please don't forget, follow us and subscribe to Relufe TV. I'm your host again, Prince Ayo Akisanya. Thank you so much for listening. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.